are hoping for the boxing voice. I'm here at the Peacock Gym in Epping with Southern Area Champion Billy Allington. How are you?
I'm very well. Ralph, how are you, mate? You okay?
Yeah, fab. Yeah, you had a good Christmas and New Year?
Yeah, lovely, mate. Yeah. Well, good enough. It was good. Nice to see the family and that, chill out, and then, obviously focusing on the next date. So it kept me disciplined over Christmas. Just what I needed.
Absolutely. So, of course, you're back on February the 12th on the big TM14 promotion in Brentwood, just down the road from here. Are you going to be defending your title?
I'm not sure what's going on right now. I know that my coach and managers within the team, that they're sorting it out for me. I'm not 100% sure what the process is. I'll be honest, I don't think I'm going to be defending it. For me personally, my ambition is now to try and move on in the boxing game. I've been around that southern area. Obviously I failed the task a couple of years ago. Then I had sort of an eliminator, and then I had the actual victory over it. So for me now, as a fighter, the best thing for me now is to try and push myself that little bit further and step up in class and opponent, etc. So that's my goal really for the next 12 months anyway. So I don't think that's on the cards, but I do think that a good fight's on the card, because I'm always in a good fight, and whatever that may be, we'll see. Boxing's a funny game, and things change like that. Flip of the coin, do you know what I mean? So yeah.
Do you know if the fight in February is it a 10-rounder?
It's a 10-round fight, yeah. So it's a 10 rounds, and it's going to be a good competitive fight. Just waiting to see what's going on. We've still got 6 weeks to go. My last fight was on 3 weeks' notice, so you know, plenty of time.
So, I mean, you were building quite a momentum with your career until, of course, the pandemic hit everyone. But you were lucky enough to be out twice last year, as you said. Got that Southern Area title against Camaro. Ended on a technical decision, probably not the way you would have liked to have won that. Is that a fight you'd consider revisiting? Rematch him, or maybe Egbenike, the guy that beat you first time round?
Again, I'll be honest, I'm not too sure what the process with that is. I mean, he didn't really he made the weight on a couple of attempts on the scale. Whether he competes at that weight further, he might want to move up weight. That's his choice. If it's the right fight and there's a few quid on the line and it's for the right title, or it's for the progress, of course, if it's for the progression. Like I say, I mean, 1 minute you're fighting this guy and then the next you're fighting this guy, so it's not about who I'm fighting, it's just about the way that I want to continue my journey and do the best that I can. So I've got a person I want to fight, if that makes sense. I don't want to fight no one. It ain't about that, it's about how I can get the best out of myself and move my career on that, and I've learned that over the years now, you know.
You mentioned there that you want to sort of push on. Obviously the logical next step would have been the English title. Dalton Smith holds that. Quite a talent.
Yeah.
You fancy going up against him this time?
I've heard that I think he's moving on as well, things like that. So that's what I'm saying with boxing, is you go from this stage, and before you know it, all these fighters are going in the line, and the thing is, everything's happening a race, isn't it? So like an horse race, and everyone's off, and then it's just about staying on your journey. So whatever comes my way, I know he's a matchroom fighter, things like that, so I would assume that he's going to be pushed on in the right direction for his career, and best of luck to him in that way, you know.
I mean, the 140-pound division, I'm sure you know this is a really talent-rich division. We won't talk about Josh Taylor, I'm sure he's like in another stratosphere, but I mean, some of those other fighters sort of still competing around the domestic level. Have you sparred them, encountered them in your time?
Do you know what, as it goes, do you know what, I don't think I have. I think I'm in the top 15 in the country now, and I believe, you know, again, boxing changes, people go up and down weights like you know, all the time, so I'm not sure, but the thing is I'm levelling up as we speak, and I'm in the best position in my career right now, so I've gone from being like an alright fighter to getting to a good fighter, and I want to be a great fighter. And I know that there's levels in this game, and I'm not running before I can walk, do you know what I mean? So I'm 13 fights in, Southern Area Champion now, and then I'm looking forward to, that's giving me the next level of confidence that I was probably needing, and you know, to give me that little bit more, actually you can do this, Bill, do you know what I mean? You've been doing it since you're a little boy, and now you've got something to go with now. So I know I'm not directly answering your question, because there's not really a direct answer to that question. It's just about my progress, and in the next 12 months I'd love to be competing around that British title level and winning it, of course.
So, I mean, since you've stepped up to the 10 rounders, last couple of fights, what have you learned? Is there any particular things that you've found that you need to improve in your game that you've been able to work on since then?
Yeah, not be so lazy in the middle rounds. I'm a fit man, and they train us well up around here, and they say the same thing, you know. But it also gave me a lot of, you know, I've got the skill set and the mindset to be able to compete in that 10 round fights. Just about understanding how to do it. You know, just bringing out that little bit extra out yourself, and not, you know, don't feel. Don't be afraid to get uncomfortable in there, you know, when you've got a minute's rest after. So I've learned that a lot, to be honest with you. Maybe I was pacing myself in the first one too much, and you know, rather than winning the rounds, I was just staying cosy. So, you know, I learned my lesson, didn't I? And that's why, I don't know if many people saw, but the last fight we done with Camaro, it was flat out, to be honest with you. But I knew I had to push that uncomfort out of myself and come back puffing to the corner every round, because we're fit men down here. And if you don't put it in there then what's the point? You know.
I've noticed on your social media you've been sparring a certain Lenny Fuller from down in Kent, who I've also just interviewed a couple of days ago. Yeah. How'd that go?
Yeah, no, me and Lenny sparred quite a few times. He's a good fighter, Lenny. I like, he's a nice boy. I like his coach and that. And no, he's a talented fighter. He's going to be probably in a very good fight. I know he's just coming back after a couple of years. But no, he's always a good spar, and he's always a thinker sparrer as well. So it's a good technical spar.
So you said that no one in particular you want to fight, it'll just be about what's best for your career. I mean, how do you assess the 140-pound division at the moment? Like, who are the fighters that you really admire? Anyone that you think, well, yeah, he's a real talent, can learn from him?
Yeah, it's on fire, isn't it? And do you know what, sometimes it could be, I'll take a little pinch of salt from everyone, you know, and I even look at the fighters in the lower divisions, all the higher divisions as well. But fighters around this division, obviously you've got your Josh Taylor, who is a phenomenal fighter. There's no doubt about that, the way that he sets up his opponents and keeps them off balance the whole time, really, with the threat of how he does his positioning, which is lovely. I like watching people like Maxie Hughes lately, like the way that he's boxing, you know, so I take a lot of them sort of fighters, you know, he's a bit more matured in the game in terms of he's had a lot of experience, and I watch how he delivers. So I'll be honest with you, probably more recent so, I've really liked watching Maxie Hughes perform over the last couple of years, yeah.
What do you make of his fight against Akeem Ennis-Brown? Obviously, a lot of the fans and critics thought...
That's not the same man.
Oh, sorry, not Maxie Hughes, that was Sam Maxwell,
I
wasn't
didn't watch that fight.
Maxie Hughes, talking about the lightweight, of course,
yeah,
who recently beat...
I fluctuate between weights as in what I watch, because,
okay.
You know...
And what is your preferred weight, 140 pounds? You make that easily, or is it a bit of a struggle?
Easily, I mean, I don't think anyone... If we find a weights that we're making easily, maybe we should be going down weight. No, I'll make it well, make it strong. Yeah. Not easily. You've got to be disciplined, didn't you? As simple as that. That's the way. If you ain't disciplined, you ain't making no weight.
And you don't think you're going to have to move up anytime soon?
Nah, no thanks. Nah, I don't need to. They're big boys in there, the welters.
Yeah, I mean, some of them are boiling down from what, like 20 pounds heavier, so...
You know what I mean? That's sort of, you know, as I'm 27 now. Now I'm confident and comfortable at 140 pounds. You know, and still, you know, make the weight well, and yeah, I'm good at that.
And there's plenty of fights for you there, so tell us a bit about your boxing background then. What about the amateurs?
Yeah,
what was around career?
I've done alright in the amateurs. I've never done nothing spectacular. Never done nothing spectacular as Seoul. I mean, I boxed in the championships. I boxed in the Arengate. They've done well in that. I won the silvers. I got a chance to box abroad in America. Well, that was a great experience with one of my teams. I reached quarter-final spots, things like that. Again, nothing amazing. I had 40 or so fights, but it's not about then, is it? That's your apprenticeship. This is where we go now in the pro game. So I'm doing all right as a pro, and I'm going to get better and better as the years are coming on right now. You know, right now, not in the years, right now, I'm getting better.
You're able to do this full time? Or do you have a day job?
I'm full time, but I still work.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a full time fighter. You know, a full time fighter, but I do still work. Also, I mean, I'm lucky. I've got my dad's got a building firm, and they sort of support me in a way. But other than that, I just work to pay to get here. To be honest with you, you know, it costs me. You know, I live 100 mile away round trip, so yeah, so I've got to work there, pay the bills.
So you're living on the other side of London, I believe.
I live in Surrey, yeah, so I live in Egham, yeah.
That's yeah, quite a trek.
It's a It is a bit of a trek, isn't it? Yeah. But it's worth it. It's worth every mile, to be honest with you. I mean, obviously sometimes I might go, oh, it's a long old trip today, but it's just that, you know, the people that you're around in life are the ones that is going to better you as a person, right? And if you're around the right people, then, you know, since I've been here 5 years now, I just felt myself get more confident and stronger as a person in general, not just for boxing wise, outside. And maybe that's why I'm doing well in my career outside as well, because I'm in a good place in my life.
What other fighters have you got here at the Peacock who are around your weight class that you can sort of bounce off and spar and train with?
To be honest with you, if you talk, we've got Chris Bolton, Aaron Prosper, Louis Lynn, Sia Russell comes down. There's plenty of fighters up. That's around us at the minute, around that way. Then you've got obviously your Denzels and Ellis. Because I can see them now. That's why I'm letting the names off. But no, it's a great little squad down there. We can always pick a few rounds of each other, little round robins and that. So yeah, it's a great little team down here.
Oh, fab. So you want to give us some little inside gossip, right, about the different fighters you got here? Who's the vainest here?
Who's the vainest fighter? Who's the vainest? To be honest with you, they all come down. I'll be honest with you, we all come down to get our job done. You know, we have a little laugh. That's about it, really. It's good.
It's actually you. You spent the longest getting your hair ready.
Yeah. How do I look? Probably me then. Yeah, I'm the famous.
All right. Okay, there's some fab fighters you got here to work with. Looks like a great team, and what a gym. Couldn't ask for a better gym than this.
Lovely down here, isn't it, mate? Yeah.
Absolute beauty. So, anything you want to add?
Just I'm grateful to be on the next show on February the 12th, so thank you for the TM14 Promotions for letting me come on your show, and I'm looking forward to putting on a great performance. To all the people that come out and support me, it goes a long way, you know, especially on the last fight. You know, I only had a couple of weeks and still loads of people come watch me, so I appreciate that. And obviously, part of the reason why we do it is for the people, right? And to make them proud as much as we make ourselves proud. So thank you all.
Absolutely. Well, it's going to be an exciting 2022, hopefully, and we look forward to February the 12th. I think you're going to be headlining, so we'll look forward to a great performance from you. So, Billy Allington, thanks for speaking to The Boxing Voice, and we'll see you in about 6 weeks.
Perfect, mate. Thank you. Cheers, mate.
So if you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars, Entitled, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.